Alright, here we go. I've been up for like an hour. I got up at probably like 5. I was gonna go to work, but then I didn't. So today we're vlogging. If I miss a day of vlogging, that's most likely because of work, but today I'm not working. So right now it's going to be the informational video, or whatever it's going to be, informational, that kind of stuff. So, hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, and today's informational video is going to be about swimbait fishing, because a lot of people really do not know what they're doing when it comes to swimbait fishing. I'm not going to say that I do, but I've kind of learned, stupid seat won't come up, I've kind of, jeez, look at this thing, come on, I've kind of learned a lot of things that you need to learn right at the start. And one of them is how to catch a rod as it's dropping. But right here, this is an old ugly stick, and I wish that it had a lure rating on it, because then I could show you things. But it does not have a lure rating. But yeah, it's an old ugly stick, and it's a medium. So that means it can't have a really high lure rating. And what I'm saying by that is like how much the lure weighs. Like this Gander Mountain Vortex that is literally a broomstick. I'll show you here in a sec. Its backbone. It says its highest recommended weight is 1 ounce. But you can go way over that. Well, not way over that, but you can go over that. Because the ounce, what that means is that's what the rod can throw the best. This one is 1.5 ounces, and this says it's a medium heavy. I don't believe that. It may be a medium heavy in their category, but for other rod companies, I guarantee that's a heavy. This is a Abu Garcia Colin rod. But those I can throw, that one's 1.5 ounces. I could probably throw a 2 ounce to like a 2 1/4 ounce bait on that, and then on this one I could throw that's 1 ounce, so I could throw like 1.75 ounces, and I could push it to 2 if I really wanted to. I trust that rod enough. It's got a really good backbone. So right here are a type of swim baits I'm talking about. Big Huddleston swim baits. Right there, big S-Waver baits, so big glide baits. I don't have any right now. I'm getting some in my next tackle warehouse order, so you gotta look out for that. But just big old swim baits that you're throwing, heavy ones. These are like 2.5 ounces, I think. No, 2 1/4. That's what these are. Both of these are 2 1/4 ounce. Just big old swim baits. And you can throw those on those type of rods. Now, I wouldn't recommend it with the reel. Like this is just a Quantum Pulse 100 series. And I wouldn't recommend it with the reel because you're probably going to destroy it. I got to find my swim bait reel. Jeez, there's a lot of cars out today. My swim bait reel is what I throw the swim baits on. I just put it on one of those rods, if you understand what I'm saying. Sorry for the weird angle. Got to get the hole here. Alrighty, well, give me another second. Okay, now we're back. But this is the pole here that I use. I mean, not the pole. I don't use this pole for swim baits. I use this reel for the big swim baits. And it's a big Bass Pro Shops. It's made for catfishing, but I use it as my swim bait reel, because swim bait reel, what you need is a reel like this. If you're going to be throwing these heavy ones, like these 2 ounce ones. I'm about to, in my next tackle warehouse where I'm getting a River to Sea S-Waver and the Lucky Craft S-Waver. And then I may think about picking up a 6-inch HUD again. But right there. And that is with 20-pound fluorocarbon. You need heavy line for this because you're throwing really heavy lures. I wouldn't recommend anything under that, or else you're probably gonna start losing lures. You don't want to do that. So right now we're gonna get to the rigging. So I've already taken that pulse right there off. Why are there so many cars today? That's the 4th one since I started making this video. But right there, took that off, and now we're gonna add on the big old Swimbait reel. So I'll get back to you guys once I get that on there. Alright guys, so I've got the reel on there now, I got it all lined through. And you may think that that's not that much line, but this is a whole lot of line. This is with backing on it. I'm not gonna pull that much line on this. I wish, if I didn't have all this line in here, you guys would be amazed how much line you can actually hold on this. But that's with backing under this. It's just like 10 pounds, something like that, something I can waste. Because I use 12 pounds for my spinning reel. I don't go very low. I have thrown 10 for my spinning reel, but I don't trust it enough. And let's see if you guys can't see the backbone on this rod. This one doesn't have as big as a backbone as that other one, but it stops right there. This one's kind of stops a little bit later in the rod than the Gainer Mountain there. The Gainer Mountain, we'll pull that out real quick. It has a really big backbone, if I can get this all entangled. It stops right there. And that's me pulling as hard as I can. And that's about 1, 2, 3. You could call it 4, but I'm going to say 5th. 4th guide. The 4th guide down is where that rod just locks out. So that's a really stiff rod. But it doesn't have as high as a rating. So I'm just not gonna push it. I'm not gonna risk breaking a rod. But right here, there you go. That's that big reel. And we're going to put on the trout today. The big old trout. Right there. And the knot that you can tie with these. If you don't tie very good knots, let's say you're kind of starting out, tie the Palomar 100%. And we'll do that real quick, show you how to tie Palomar. Bring it through once. You guys should be able to see that against my red shirt. And then bring it back through. Give yourself some line to work with. Like that, you got a loop and then 2 tag-ins right there. And you just tie a normal overhand knot. Don't cinch it all the way down. Just enough. Pull it over your hook. You got to put the whole bait through there. So it's kind of harder with these big swim baits if you don't give yourself enough tag-in like I just did. But we'll make it work. Can always make it work. And almost. There you go. And like I said, make sure you do not cinch that knot down all the way, because if you do, then your knot's just not going to be as good. And you got to make sure to hold on to your tag. And I'm really messing up this. There you go. And that there, you got to make sure, this is the problem that you always have with a Palomar knot, is it getting caught on the actual eye. See right there. Cinch it all the way down. There you go. Palomar knot. You gotta cut your tag in, of course. Right there. Bang. And there it is. Now there's your swim bait rigged. And we're gonna go head out to the pond. We're not gonna go to the one that I normally bass fish. We're just gonna head to the one closest to us across and teach you on throwing these baits, because you have to throw them a certain way. So, get back to you once we get over to So before we head over to the pond, real quick, you're going to see my outfit over there. So I'm just going to show you right now. I've got neon green shorts on with a red shirt and a red hat. So just ignore that. I just haven't changed yet, so ignore that. Alright guys, so we're out here at the pond right now. And I want to show you, just from the swim bait, how much your rod will bend. And you can't worry about it. That, it's got a little bit of bend to it right there. And that's why, because pretty much every rod that you use, unless you're using a rod that's got like up there in the 5s and 11 ounce range on your rod, it's gonna bend a little bit. And this one bends a little bit. And what you do with that is and you even do it with the big rods. The big rods, they do it this way too. They don't just cast it normally. You can't do that or else you're gonna break your rod. You're throwing big heavy baits. Like think about it. They make those swim baits up to 11 ounces. There are fish that I can catch right now to this day that are 11 ounces. So that shows you that they're throwing some heavy baits. This one's only 2 1/4. That bait right there, 2 1/4. So all you do is you just take it back and you heave it. Just like that. I use my body and my arm. I don't just use my wrist like I normally do. And then you just slow retrieve. If you feel it get stuck a little bit, let's say you're throwing it through some moss or something, just pop it a little bit. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm just reeling it. Feel it get it stuck on something, pop, pop. And then you just slow retrieve. Just pop it once you feel it get stuck in a little bit of mud. There it is. Right there. Big old Huddleston swim bait. That's a how-to. Maybe next time we'll talk about S-Waver baits. But right now, that's this video. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check back tonight for the vlog. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. So, see ya.